It's Week 8 of the National Football League,
where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. The action is only moments away,
and it's coming up next.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. To return, here's Paris Campbell. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. Bringing him out to #1 pick in 2015, a former league leader in passing. It's Jameis Winston.
There were times, I'll be honest with you, Kate, that I wish I played baseball. Because you have a bad outing, like this QB did last week with no touchdowns, a couple interceptions. In baseball, you get to play the next day. You get to flush it right away. He's had to sit on it all week long, and you know he wants to rectify it here.
Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Winston to throw it. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Got a man. It's Njoku. And they take him down right along the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Throw on third down. That's caught for the first. Brought down at the 17-yard line. Nice gain of 15 yards as it brings down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Browns get some late points and the lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
You're good on the point after. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bucks have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Jackson looking to throw right away. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now they face second down. These guys have gotten off to a hot start, Brock, in spite of these injuries that have occurred along the way.
You know what, Kate? If you and I traveled to every training camp, I think we'd hear the same thing. Next man up. Next man.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pistol snap to Jackson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They're going for this. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
That one vehemently swatted away. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing is Winston. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Winston to the air. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. Intended target there was David Njoku. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From inside the 1, here's 1st and goal. Winston. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Winston now. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
To throw, here's Winston. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Groupie sends it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Here comes the final play of our first half. Back to throw it. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. So it's halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. The Lions trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Dolphins trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Aaron Rodgers has thrown a touchdown pass. In the first half, it was the veteran Jameis Winston just doing his thing. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate, these two teams making their final adjustment second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The visitors and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Finds his fullback. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down. Here's Lamar. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. He's able to take this one down to the 25. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. from the 25 on second down. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And they take this in for the score. These guys make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Now with almost 2 minutes left, they're lining up for an onside attempt they need to recover. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Ford running right. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. First down, and they go right back to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. All set up now for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Ford. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another one for Ford. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Ford running to the right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down. On comes Cade York, a lot riding on this kick. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
From his own end zone, here we go. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.